In a recent interview with Screen Rant, Daisy Ridley, known for her portrayal of Rey Skywalker, of course, in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, hinted at the potential return of John Boyega's character Finn in the upcoming Star Wars film she's set to star in. When asked about it, she said, quote, "That's above my pay grade. I would love to see that. But that is not a decision for me." And while Boyega's involvement has not been officially confirmed, Ridley's very coy response fueled speculation about Finn's fate and whether he could fulfill his journey to become a Jedi. Despite Ridley's reluctance to confirm Boyega's role, fans have long speculated about Finn's return, especially considering his unresolved arc in the sequel trilogy. Boyega himself expressed an openness to reprising the role despite his own disappointment with the handling of his character. As details about the new film, tentatively titled New Jedi Order, continue to emerge, rumors swirl about potential casting in the direction of the story. As of now, New Jedi Order is slated for December 18th, 2026 release, promising an exciting return to Star Wars in cinema. Chris, I know you got some thoughts about Jedi Finn. What are we thinking? First of all, let me ask you. I know she's playing coy. We've seen that from we've seen it from Ewan McGregor. We've seen it from everybody who's returned.
PR 101.
Do you
me? I'm not in it. They haven't called me. Boom. Liam Neeson. Here I am in the Kenobi show.
What do you think? Do you think he's gonna be back?
Listen, all right. It'd be nice if he came back, but I'm not getting excited because I did that when they showed the first trailer, when we started knowing about Finn for the first time. I'm not going through that whole. I'm not going through my trauma with that again. But fool me once, fool me twice, fool me Rise of Skywalker. We'll see. Do I want him to be a Jedi? No. Do I want him to be a Force user? Absolutely.
Yeah.
A full like a fully fleshed out Force user, yes. Chained to some religion, no.
Interesting.
That's just me.
That.
I would love to see him as a Force user, but not so much tied to the Jedi and all that other stuff. That just starts getting cookie cutter at this point. They need to really expand out with what it means, and they're doing a great job of expanding out what the Force is.
Yep.
What those abilities are. What just the the nature of the Force. It's time to expand past these religions.
Yeah.
And just, someone being a Force user and just living their everyday life, And I want them to be a warrior with it, but
I think you're on something, and I think hopefully that's one of the lessons that I got from the sequel trilogy is that the Force, the Jedi, they like as Luke said in Force Awakens, like the Jedi don't own the Force, right? And that's what led to their downfall, which we're going to see in Acolyte, which we're seeing in High Republic. And I would love to see Daisy Ridley and Rey kind of bring things back and save it. Chris, what are your Nix? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I want Finn in everything. I feel like I'm lockstep with my brother Chris. Like Finn got a raw deal in some of the sequels trilogy stuff, like The Promise, what we saw. I mean, the first shot we get in a teaser for Force Awakens is a stormtrooper popping up in the desert, and it's Finn.
Yep.
And we get posters with lightsabers. Like we get all these things that are going, we're heading in a direction. Choices were made. I understand that. There's a lot that's at work and it's at play. But we have things like the Lego Holiday Special that kind of bring in some moves of like, he's being trained. Like, as far as I understand it, like there's some canon aspects of that. There's some like, it makes sense to me. And of course they're going to play coy.
Yeah.
So-and-so is not James Bond. Liam Neeson's not going to be in the Kenobi show. So-and-so is not going to be like, that's PR. Yeah. There's a lot of time between now and then. I'll be honestly shocked if we get a Rey movie, New Jedi Order, that doesn't have Finn and also doesn't have Poe. Like, I think there's still time and room for Oscar Isaac, for John to be involved in these things. Like, we're going to get that. It's going to be a part of it. I want it. I'm ready for it, because that is, for whatever issues you may have with the sequel trilogy, like, those are the bright spots. Daisy, John, Oscar, like that, Adam Driver, but we're going to move past that unless there's a Force ghost, Rey, Kylo, Ben, something. Like, that's what it is. So I want it. Of course I want it. And, you know, she obviously wants it too. And I think the promise is, in the story we talked about weeks ago, she said, I was willing to wait until the story was good.
Right.
She's coming back now because she has said the story is good. So she knows things we don't. And I hope that that's pointing in that direction.